Welcome to the Laws of the Enchantress. It's your girl Connie, and thank you so much for being here. And if you haven't done so, please like and subscribe to my channel. I am doing some promos now. We have the Laws of Enchantress 3-day program coming out with me, and you get a free PDF. It's going to be super exciting. It's specifically for Black women, women of color, and it's truly to bring and raise the enchantress because I'm listening to what Black women really want. I've been a life coach for over 17 years. I'm an HR director. I have certifications for the law of attraction, for life coaching, all this great stuff, all my agendas and stuff there. But it seems like no one's listening to Black women. I truly believe, no, let me scratch that. I truly know that Black women are the ultimate woman. You have a lot of stigma in society before you even open your mouth, but no one's as warm, no one's as sensual, no one's as beautiful, and no one is as devoted. All the ingredients for a dream wife. But there's a few things you got to do. There's a few things you got to do. You can't give caviar to a dog. I always say that you can't give caviar to a dog. So the first thing you got to do is make sure that you're projecting your goddess, you're projecting your goodness, and you are projecting your worth to someone that knows it. You can't give caviar to a dog. That's what I always say. Caviar is one of the most expensive foods in the world. But if you gave it to a dog, they'll be like, ooh, what is that? Past bone. So the first thing you got to do is make sure you are projecting your lusciousness and your sexiness and your goodness to people that actually deserve it. And this is a big thing for Black women because we're so full of love, we're so full of energy, we're so full of devotion, we're so full of hope. We're not perfect, but we are the ultimate woman. We are built and made for love and romance. And I'm here to empower, invigorate, uplift. I'm here to re energize and put that femininity back into Black women. I'm going to focus on you, you, you. It's all about you. And it's all about healing the inside. It's all about redirecting your energies and devoting every single fiber of your being to your love, to your happiness, to your success. You can have your dreams. I'm here to tell you, you can have the love of your life. You can have the romance of your life. You don't need to barricade yourself and protect yourself in a layer of, proactiveness in the sense where you don't think you can have what you can't have. That is completely not true. Too many of us, so many of us, have been giving ourselves to men, to people, to family, even to friends who aren't worthy of us. So it's time to redirect, heal our wounds, heal our feminine energy, to forgive ourselves for our mistakes, forgive ourselves for our past. And that's what the law of the Enchantress is all about. So as you guys know, I am obsessed, completely obsessed with Patti Stanger. If you don't know about her, get to know her. She is the world's top matchmaker. She focuses only on extremely wealthy, extremely well-to-do millionaires and billionaires. She only matches Fortune 500s. So this woman knows everything. She's a third generation matchmaker. It costs about like $10,000 to have lunch with her for an hour, to sit there and talk about a prospective bay. Like, it is crazy. And she's been doing this for years. I believe she has a show on Bravo. And if you want to see her in action, if you want to see Patti Stanger in action, you can actually just Google her on YouTube and see what comes up. This woman is it. She knows all the secrets. She knows all the tricks. And it is my blessing to you to bring it to all my beautiful Black sisters, to bring you the knowledge that for some reason we don't seem to be getting. For some reason, we're scampering, we're scratching our heads, we're running around, and we're wondering what is the secret formula. We have this woman here who's been doing it for 3 generations in her family, and she matches the well-to-do. She matches the rich of the rich, the creme de la creme. So she knows the best of the best, and she's giving the ultimate advice. So if you're like, where's Connie getting this information from? Check her out. I bought all 8 of her books, all 8 in conjunction with other books for spirituality, sensuality, and Black feminine healing. So let's just dive right in, okay? So what is this? What is this? Million Dollar Matchmaker Patti Stanger's 5 tips to get engaged in 12 months. So you're like, what is this? So, women, as we know, our age, our years, our youth are worth their weight in gold. Why? Everything we do to be attractive is connected to looking youthful, connected to looking sensual, connected to looking energetic. It's all about keeping that youthful appearance. If I'm wrong, you can correct me in the comments. I don't think anybody puts on makeup and hair and eyebrows and, lashes to look older. Correct me if I'm wrong. Every woman wants to look her best youthful self. That's why we work out. That's why we watch what we eat. That's why we, dress a certain way. That's why we keep up with the fashions. And no one is more trendy and beautiful than the Black woman. You need to believe in your goddess. You need to believe that's all you need. If you take care of yourself, if you love yourself, if you devote to yourself, you are all you need. But you have to invest in you. You start with inside. So let's take a look at what Patti's saying. Let's take a look what the $1,000,000 matchmaker, Patti Stanger, is saying in regards to her 5 tips to get engaged in 12 months. Let's take a look, ladies. So we're going to scroll down here. So I'm just going to read to you guys. Patti Stanger, she's known as the $1,000,000 matchmaker, and she says she thinks it only takes 12 months to get your boyfriend to propose. The Married in a Year author. So if you want to get the book, I highly recommend it. It's called Married in a Year. Arthur told ABC News, you're only supposed to give him 4 seasons. You're at day 366 and he hasn't proposed. Now what do? The reality star continued about those frustrated by their lack of bling. Because you can't take away sex. Maybe you're living together, which is a no-no without a ring. That's the first thing she says. Don't live together. That's a no-no without a ring. So now you're going to have to go back to yourself and say, what do I want? So listen to this. Stanger says this. Number one, say goodbye to emotions. Once you take your emotions out of the equation, you're no longer attached to the outcome, she advised. And once you're not attached to the outcome, who has the power? You, because you get to choose and decide your future. That's the first rule. Number two, see what he got planned. Give him a chance. Let's say his name is John. So you say, hey, John, listen, when we first met, I really thought we were going to get serious and get married. And we've been living together for X amount of time. And I got to tell you, this has been the happiest time of my life. You're like the greatest guy. You're a catch, but I'm not sure we're on the same page. What's your plan? This is what she's saying. 3, shh. That's what it says. Shh. Then you say nothing. Stanger continued. There's going to be an awkward pause. He's going to panic. He's going to think, I'm not getting sex anymore. She's not cooking. She's not doing my laundry. What just happened? But when you want him to come up with the plan, because he's the man, he should be the one to hunt you down, not vice versa. So that's a good tactic. You put it in his hand. Okay? Number 4, if you must, leave. If he can't come up with a plan, you have to go on. Okay? You tell him, I'm taking my stuff out. I'm moving in with my girlfriend. It was really great, and I wish you the best of luck in the relationship. Number 5 says, what if he comes back? In that case, Stanger says she has one suggestion for your potential hubby-to-be. Tell him, meet me at Tiffany's. All right? So for those of you who think it sounds too simple, Stanger drew an analogy. If you are promised a promotion after 12 months, but you don't get it, what are you going to do next? You're going to call a recruiter and you're going to say, I want to get another job in another company that appreciates me. And this is how she closes it. What's the difference between a job and a man? There is no difference, Stanger added. So I want to let you in some secrets because, for the Law of Enchantress, I've been, devoting time. I have a team of 6 people, I have sex therapists and, relationship therapists. Everybody's devoting this to me. So I do want to give you this tidbit. You have to marry a guy when he's in love. So what does that mean? I just want you to pull up a seat. What does that mean, Connie? So the longer the relationship goes for, the weaker you get. Men like novelty. Men like newness. That's why men are attracted to beauty. They get piqued. But your beauty tends to fade no matter how beautiful you are. Once he starts seeing you put on your wig, once he starts seeing you putting on your makeup, he sees all the magic that you do. He sees you putting on your waist trainer, all the crazy stuff. We like to keep it real a little bit too fast. And that takes away your magic. All that stuff is your allure to make him fall in love. And then let's just say you get him to fall in love, right? Listen to this. This is real shit. Let's just say you get him to fall in love. And For some reason, you've turned into the wooer. You're cooking, you're cleaning, you're vacuuming, you're showing you can be a good wife, but he hasn't promised you anything. So you need to hold back. If he wants to know if you want to cook, if he wants to know do you know how to cook, you need to know, does he know how to wife? Does he know how to husband? Does he know how to marriage? So you shouldn't be court testing your skills out if he's not court testing his husband's skills. You remember, men like things that are covetable. I learned the hard way, and I finally got a guy to be absolutely crazy about me, and we're crazy about each other. But you have to be the prize. You have to make him chase you. You have to hold back a little bit because that's a man's nature. And for some reason, when the guy falls in love, we're supposed to make him, chase us a bit more. We're supposed to put pressure on during that. It's really hard after 5, 6 years. This is what I never got about women. Women are terrified about talking about commitment in the beginning, utterly terrified, and they get the worst advice. This is Patti Stanger, not Connie Walker. This is Patti Stanger. She has the most credentials out of anyone you can ever meet in this lifetime. A third generation, over 17, 20 years of relationship advice. And she gives advice to all women, not just the rich, but she's giving you the best of the best for the best men. So she's basically saying, why would you wait? Why would you wait? I see girls that are terrified. They're dating a guy for only a month or 2 months, and they have no idea if the guy just wants a girl on the side. Some of these girls don't even know if these guys have wives. Some of these girls don't even know if these guys have girlfriends, because that's how much they're scared. You're sleeping with men who haven't introduced you to their hamster. They won't even introduce you to their dog or their cat. But yet, something so intimate as what you have between your legs, which is your holy sacred temple, which is your womb, which is your feminine source of energy and life, which is your health. You're willing to just give it away, but he's not even going to let you go to the front door and meet Sparky, his terrier, or meet Gigi, my cat. It's crazy. And then for some reason, you get more self esteem after 4, 5, 6, 7 years. After you put 2 years in, you give him an ultimatum. That's Russian roulette. And then when I look back in my marriage, I don't want to have to tell people I gave my boyfriend an ultimatum. I had that choice in my last relationship. I could have done that, but I chose to walk away because I want a man that covets me. I want a man that desires me. I want a man that looks at me and wants to ravage me and rip my clothes off. And a man that looks at Connie and says, that's it. I can't let Connie go. Connie's amazing. And that's what you want, because that high is going to actually take you through the first 3 to 5 years of your marriage. That's why people who have these long engagements normally have shorter marriages statistic wise, because you actually wasted that momentum. It's kind of like a love momentum. It gives you that extra push you need to go through the first 5 years of getting used to each other. And a lot of couples waste that. So this is what Patti Stanger is saying. Get him in 12 months. You got to get the guy when he's in love with you. You got to get the guy when he's infatuated. The only men that propose are men that are in love. That's who proposes. Marriage is not a rational thinking thing. To actually commit yourself to someone for the rest of your life, that's not rational thinking. That's actually something people do when that's something people do when they're not thinking straight. And that means they're in love. That means they're infatuated. They're in lust. But women are taught not to take control. You got to be an enchantress. And nobody can do it better than Black women. Nobody can be seductive more than Black women. Nobody can be sensual more than Black women. No one can be desired more than Black women. Black women, you have it. And it's about time somebody tells you. Invest in yourself. Love yourself. Heal yourself. Go to therapy. Go to a spa. Take a mandatory vacation every 3 months. Join a luxury gym. Hustle on the side. Get a trainer. Shit. Even get plastic surgery. I have nothing against plastic surgery. You lose weight, fix those titties. You lose weight, get that butt lift. You want to do your nose? I'm here to support you. Whatever you have to do to empower and feel good about yourself, lose that weight. But that all takes the enchantress. That takes a crazy love of yourself, a daily conditioning mentally, emotionally, spiritually of yourself. You think these girls who marry rich guys and billionaires are freaking architects and engineers? No, they have banging bodies and banging confidence to go with it. But these are different because a lot of non-minority black women, or sorry, non-minority, non-black women, non-minority, non-black women are raised. They feel entitled. They feel privileged. They feel they have earned it just by them being them. And it's time for black women to walk that walk and talk that talk. Because when it comes to love, when it comes to devotion, when it comes to passion, when it comes to emotion, no one does it, has it better, bigger than the black woman. And you need to hear this message. And if you like what I'm saying, this is what the law of Enchantress is all about. It's not about me. It's not about YouTube. It's not about Facebook. It's not about subscribers. It is about you to take these lessons for the rest of your life, to learn meditation, learn daily healing, learn positive affirmations, learn subliminal affirmations, learn brainwave entertainment, how to use binaural beats, learn how to raise your enchantress, learn which seductress patterns fit for you. A 3-day course. There are people charging $500 just for an hour of law of attraction coaching. There are people charging thousands of dollars because I went to the seminars and they come home. They give you no action plan. They don't tell you how to implement goals. They don't tell you how to enact goals, how to check goals, how to coach goals, how to reevaluate goals to make sure you're successful. This is what the laws of Enchantress is all about. It is time for the black women to rise. We seem to be scared of rising in love. I've noticed that. We're ready to be presidents of the United States. We're ready to be bankers in Wall Street. We're ready to rule the world. We're ready to get masters, PhDs. We're doing the unbelievable. We've been surviving unloved. We've been surviving uncared for. We've been surviving without water. We've been surviving without soil. We're like moss growing on the rock with the ocean crashing against us. And we refuse to relent. We refuse to back down. So why are black women scared of conquering love? I'm going to say it again. Why are black women scared of conquering love? You know why you're scared? Because you're giving caviar to a dog. I'm going to say it again. You're giving caviar to a dog. It doesn't matter if you're the most expensive Stugin caviar. It doesn't matter if you're Russian, rare, black caviar. It doesn't matter what kind of caviar. If you give it to a dog, he's not going to appreciate it. He's not going to know the worth of it. He's not going to savor it on an expensive biscuit. So you got to make sure you give yourself to people that are worthy. You are attracting people who are worthy. You're surrounding your mentality and your vision with people who are worthy. You're not talking about what you don't want. I'm going to say it again. You're not talking about what you don't want. I'm going to say it again. You are not talking about what you don't want. And that's the path to success. You got to focus and you got to keep it. Things going to happen in life. There's drama, there's tea, there's hot chocolate, there's milkshakes, and there's vodka. There's always drama going on, especially with women. But you got to keep the focus and you got to see who's trying to take you to the next level, who's trying to change your life, who's trying to truly devote themselves and give you something. I'm not going to be on YouTube forever. I'm 38 years old. I'm doing this to engage, to connect, to network, to truly make a difference, to heal, to heal, to heal the many broken black women. I'm not perfect, far from it, but I am devoted to you. If you're listening to this, I am devoted to you, not to me. I'm not getting rich off of YouTube, but I see the amazing ability of black women. No one's a better lover than us. I'm going to say it again. No one's a better lover than us. No one's more passionate than us. No one is more caring than us. No one is more sensual, more sexy, more sultry than us. And I'm here to lift up the curtain and let you look in the mirror and let you see the real you. If you like what I'm saying, you're going to like the laws of Enchantress. Because this is spirituality from a black woman's perspective. You are meant to be praised. You are meant to be worshiped. You are meant to be adored. That's the only way to keep healthy. A black woman is a rose, and a rose needs sunshine. A rose needs light. A rose needs warmth. And you must get those things. You must get those things. And guess what? You are entitled to those things. So listen to Patti. That Becky, she knows. Listen to Patti. If you don't want to listen to me, listen to Patti. If you're like, who the hell is Connie? Screw Connie, F Connie. Listen to Patti. Patti is well renowned. Patti is well known. She's the best of the best. And I always told you guys, I bring you the receipts. I bring you the best of the best. I don't bring you controversy. I bring you things to change your life. When I come onto YouTube, when I come onto Facebook, it's all about you. My house could be burning on fire. I could be dying. It's all about you. It's never a circus because I know I almost died. I had septic shock. I was in the hospital. I could be dead. Kidney failures, 111 blood pressure, whatever it means. But this is about you. Time is precious and precious is time. And I'm not perfect, none of us are, but my love and my passion and my sincerity and my devotion to seeing you guys, all of my black sisters get married, all of my black sisters with pink diamonds, yellow diamonds, all of my black sisters walking down Fifth Avenue with the fur coats, all of my black sisters getting love, having crazy orgasms. All of my black sisters healed from the inside. Confidence, confidence, confidence. That's what I want for you guys. That's what I want. It's not about me getting clicks. It's not about me doing drama. It's not about me being, just on YouTube just to hear my voice. I see your pain. I feel your pain. And together, if we focus on what we want, if we truly pay attention to what's going on, to the winners in the world, to the secrets that are being revealed. So let's go on. Let's continue. We got off track. All right. So again, we have my girl, the millionaire matchmaker, and she has tips to finding love online. So for black women, especially for those that want to date, open their options. If you want to date Asian men, some of them are really cute. If you want to date East Indian men, if you want to date South American men, if you want to date African men from Africa, Nigeria, and Ghana, some of them guys be having money. If you want to date Caribbean men, if you want to date European men, Italian men, French men, British men, you have to open your options. And the first thing you have to do after you heal yourself, after you make yourself the best possible version of you, that means devoting and worshiping yourself inside and out. After you get that confidence and you're healed and you're going to attract and vibrate, you want to go online. Okay, so this is how you go online. I found my baby online. So it says, your picture is the most important thing. Stanger suggests you splurge on a professional photo if you can. So get a professional picture. Doesn't mean to change how you look in person, but get a professional picture that captures the best version of you, especially if you're not photographic, okay? Winning poses include the red carpet twist for gals, a little black dress always gets the guy, she claims, and straight on. Casual fun jeans and a blazer or button down look for fellas. Stop putting those crazy pictures of yourself jumping out of a plane or in a giant concert crowd. We can't see you. If you're tempted to put kids in the pictures, don't. Even if it's nice or your niece, user will automatically assume you have kids. And also, that's kind of creepy to put your kids in the picture. All right? Give yourself a memorable name. Instead of just your name or initials, make your username descriptive. Try something that who you are, or a little sexy note, fun and flirty. But make sure you don't put the word sex in there. If you lead with that, you're only going to find someone who's looking for casual encounters. Okay. Use clear, all right, but coded language. Looking for marriage? If you say outright on your profile, people might assume you're a gold digger or they get turned off. Try, I'm a one woman kind of guy. Or I want to grow old with my soulmate. Or I want to open my heart and share my life with someone. Looking for something less committed? Say, I'm just looking for fun, she continues. It's not fair to waste people's time when they're looking for something serious, all right? Yes, it's okay to lie about your age the right way. Everyone knows if you're 50, you'll say 45. But if you put 50, you won't come up on a search for 40 something. It's fine, to lie about your age up to 5 years. But this is what you do. If you meet and have chemistry, by the second or third date, say, I need to tell you this one thing that might be a turnoff, and come clean. Anybody who's worth something or worth keeping won't mind. Who knows? They might have a confession for you as well. Where else can you fib? Men lie about height. Women lie about weight. Women know they need to take about 2 inches off a man's listed height, and men know they got to take about or add 15 pounds when one's weight listed, unless she's superwoman. All right? Message him first, especially if the site thinks you're a match. So if you're on a site that matches, message him first. Facebook stalking will get you nowhere. So don't Facebook stalk. Sign up for at least three reputable dating sites. So she said the first one should be Match.com. People who use pay sites like Match are serious about finding relationships. The second should be a site like a niche site like JDate or Millionaire Match. Then the third sign could be a free site like Cupid or OK, what's this? OK Cupid or Plenty of Fish. With such a range, you're likely to increase your odds. And I want to say this, I want to pause. Patty, I'll give you some advice. OK Cupid and Plenty of Fish also has paid services. So I think you should actually use paid services. Again, people that pay are serious. Don't become addicted to finding love. True story. So Stanger had clients who lost their jobs over the addiction to checking their profiles and prospects while at work. So don't be crazy and checking your prospects at work and going crazy at work, and it's crazy. So she tells clients to reserve online dating as a special experience by dimming the lights at home and corking a bottle of wine and playing fun music. Stanger also cautions against only using the computer to find a match and not working it through the friends. So that's what I say. You don't only got to use a computer, find friends, gyms, chance encounters, and stuff like that. The secret is to use as many methods as possible to meet a variety of people. Be nice to everyone. Cha-ching. Your mom used to say this, and Stanger backs up. If you go on a date with someone and he or she turns out to be a total dud, or worse, downright obnoxious, they may have a friend for you. Good looking, successful, funny people hang out with a similar type. The best way to meet a guy is through a referral. Before you know it, you're 6 degrees in. Dating open up so many things, and so does online dating. Cheer up if you don't have good luck. So don't just be relentlessly positive. Keep yourself positive and make sure you're attracting the best of the best. And the way you do that is by being healed inside. The biggest advice I can give you based off of Patti Stanger is doing a dating detox where you spend at least 6 months hardcore. And that's what a law of Enchantress is, 6 months hardcore in spoiling yourself. And that means putting money aside for a personal trainer, putting money aside for a luxury gym. If you don't have money, that's what the next page is for. Has to split economics, finding a side gig, finding a sales commission job, getting into real estate, getting into medical sales, investing into real estate, investing in the stock market, starting an online business, starting an online store, selling on Amazon. Ladies, you have to be able to spoil yourself. People are only going to do for you what they see you doing for yourself. And that's at a minimum. People are always going to try to give you less than what you give to you. So remember, you're the one who are buying yourself flowers. You're the one taking yourself to the spa. Let the motivation for your success be you spoiling yourself. And then you're going to be like, but Connie, I want a guy to do that for me. Exactly. You're going to be vibrating at such a high level. When you love yourself and lavish yourself and spoil yourself, you're going to be attracting more and more. You ever hear the analogy when a guy has a girlfriend or a girl has a boyfriend and they've been single for mad long? And when they were single, the same gorgeous person, this happens to everyone. When they were single, no one was barely talking to them. No one was paying them attention. They got attention, but nah, not as much. Even if they got attention, every attractive or handsome guy, or even not even the best looking, will tell you once they get in a relationship, all of a sudden, boom, they're meeting people. They get married, boom, all of a sudden, people want to talk to them. Boom, all of a sudden, they're getting axed out, even with a ring on. I've seen this and I've experienced this. Do you know what it is? It's the vibration of you being in a relationship, the vibration of you having sex and making love. They're high levels of energy. It's the vibration of you being kissed right before somebody bumps into you. It's the vibration of your boyfriend or your wife or your significant other texting you, baby, I love you. I can't wait to see you. It creates waves and frequencies in the actual environment. This is real science. And this is why people attract more people when they're with people in relationships. This is the truth. So if you treat yourself as if you're in a relationship, if you smother yourself, if you buy yourself flowers, if you buy yourself your favorite perfume, if you get yourself to the spa, if you take yourself on a weekend trip to go shopping, even if you go home and you do a facial on yourself, you buy your favorite bottle of wine and you watch your favorite movie, these are all producing You hear that special effect? It's all producing waves of positive energy. So you're going to start attracting people. I remember when I was going to the gym. I'm not lying to you guys. And I was a size 24. This is when my Indian friend started to give me that old Hindi book written in Hindi. You can't find it, you can't get it. It's a village book written in India, in New Delhi. And she gave me this old ratted book. And I remember, her encouraging me to stop wearing man clothes. Man clothes. I was wearing man clothes to the gym. To the gym. Because I didn't think I felt I didn't think I had the right to feel female. I didn't have the right to feel attractive because I was a size 24. And I'm not going to lie to you, within a month of me going to the gym, I was down probably 2 sizes and I started to feel more sensual. And I'm not going to exaggerate. Men weren't running to me because I was still a big girl, but men were noticing me. They were saying hi. They were saying good morning. They were having conversations with me. I started to blush. I started to keep my head down. I would dart my eyes down real quick. My heart would be beating fast because I wasn't used to it, but I was feeling good about myself. I was feeling better about myself. I was taking care of myself. And that positive energy was radiating all over the place. And that's going to pull and attract the people, places, and things that you want in your life. That's why the law of Enchantress is so important. The law of Enchantress is specifically important for Black women because we need to reevaluate, reinvigorate, and heal our femininity. Not just talk about it, not just shit on it, not just complain about it, but what can we do as Black women to attract the life we want, the husband we want, the love we want, the marriage we want? Don't listen. People are winning. There are happy women with happy husbands living in happy homes. I see them every day. I see them every day. Most billionaires and millionaires get married and they don't divorce. They're happy. They have kids, they have dynasties, and they pass down generational wealth. Who doesn't want that? So we're going to look at this now. I told you guys I wasn't playing with this video. It's all about you, Black women. It's all about my love for you, my devotion for you. It's about me wanting you to be happy. It's about me wanting you to be successful, and not just monetary, not just financial. It is time that Black women claim, I want to be happy in love. I want to be successful in love. I want to be successful in marriage. I want to be successful. I want my husband to worship me. I want my husband to adore me. I want my husband to love me, love the ground I walk on. I want to be happy. I deserve to be happy. I am going to be happy. I am happy. It's time for us to take that same aggression we use in education and entrepreneurship and take that same passion and put it into our love life and attract the gods that's going to worship the goddess in you. They are out there. They have wife worshipers. They have men who believe in honoring. But the thing is that we live in a society where the negative is always louder than the positive, where the negative attracts more attention than the positive. And I'm telling you, this is bigger than me. This is bigger than me. It's bigger than my channel. It's bigger than the words coming out of my mouth and hitting your ears. This is bigger than me. This is about every single Black woman who needs to be loved, who deserves to be loved, who has trauma, who has damage, who has hurt and pain. This is about healing herself from the inside out. And how do we do that? The laws of Enchantress, teaching you meditation, healing meditation, calming meditation, meditations for anxiety, meditations for love, meditations for wealth, meditations for health. These are all things other societies do. Law of attraction and life coaching. These are things that Black women do not have access to. Even if they have access to it, economically, it's just not feasible. So I am here to bring this to you. So what do we have here? There's a top-selling book called Why Men Marry Some Women and Not Others. That's what I'm reading right now. So a guy did a survey. All right, so listen to this. The book is based on over 3,000 interviews conducted by Male and his researcher. So over 3,000 interviews. Okay, so this is a real book. I have this book. I told you I'm not playing with this course. I bought about 52 books. They interviewed couples coming out of marriage license bureaus and then a control group. The results reflect the statistical tendencies of marriage. Many of the lessons are common sense, but what the book sets apart it specifically and statistically backs up its assertions. So why I like this book is because the nerd in me wants to back it up with factual data. There's a lot of dating advice out there. There's a lot of relationship advice. And I always told you guys, I am not a relationship expert. I'm spiritual. I'm law of attraction. I'm the enchantress. I believe in what the book teaches, feminine healing, frequency, vibrations, the power of words. But when it comes to giving advice based off of my experiences, I think that's insufficient. I look different than you. I smell different than you. I taste different than you. So I believe in bringing you experiences of qualified people, experience of people that have touched way more people than I ever possibly could. Even if I was married with 10 children, my marriage, my husband, we're all unique. We're all unique. So I don't want to base it on my personal perception. Even though I'm in a great relationship, I'm ridiculously in love. We're ridiculously in love. And hopefully we'll be getting married very, very soon. I think we will. I don't think we can wait that long. But even though I'm extremely happy, I know my relationship and my situation is unique in contrast to everyone out there. We're all like, fingerprints. We all have, not like, we all have our own unique fingerprints. So I'm going to go into here. So basically, the book is based on about 3,000 interviews conducted by Male and his researchers. They interview couples coming out of the marriage license bureaus and then a control group. The results reflect the statistical tendencies of marriage. Many of the lessons are common sense, but what sets this book apart is that it specifically and statistically backs for its assertions. Editor's note. One interesting fact is that this book got positive but mixed reviews on Amazon. It seems that statistical truths that women who are A, over 35, and B, overweight, are much likely to marry were not well received by women who fell into categories. So again, it says right here, if you're over 35 and B, overweight, those two together, you're much less likely to marry were not well received by those women who fell into the category. So this is the thing. If you're over 35 like me, and you're overweight like I lost 120 pounds. And the laws of Enchantress definitely helped me do that, along with getting the medical attention I needed because I had PCOS and endometriosis. But for me to carry on my plight, for me to actually get the help I need and not give up, that book truly helped me. And it was a spiritual, sensual, feminine healing that kept my drive going, that kept my motivation going, that kept my vigor for wanting better. So listen to this. The 6 basic guidelines for women to get married. Insist on it. That's the first one. And Black women, we are willing to clean because nobody can cook like a Black woman. No one can clean like a Black woman. No one can make love like a Black woman. No one can birth them babies like a Black woman. But yet we are scared to insist on it. And other women are telling you, don't say it, but guess what? The number one thing that they got from over 3,000 interviews, okay, conducted out of marriage license bureaus and a study control group, all 3,000 unanimously said, insist on it, okay? Number 2, if you find yourself in a dead end relationship, move on. Sounds like common sense, but a lot of Black women can't define dead end. Dead end doesn't mean having 2, 3 kids and you don't have a ring. Dead end means you're not on the same page. Dead end means he has stopped wooing you. You have stopped being the prize. The minute you stop feeling courted, the minute you stop feeling adored, the minute you stop feeling secure. The minute you have to call up Taquana or Shaquana or Nicole or Betsy, the minute you have to call up and say, girl, you think he loves me? It's over. Move on. The next one, love yourself first. This is the laws of Enchantress. This is why I made this program specifically for Black women. Because we don't know how to love ourselves and honor ourselves. And that's reflected in the way we eat. That's reflected in our appearance. That's reflected in our confidence. It's all connected to the 3 vows of health. What you put in, what you have in, and what you give out. What you put in, what you have in, and what you give out. What you put in is the food. What you have in is your soul, your womb, your spirit. And what you put out is your confidence. So if you cannot love yourself first, you have absolutely no right to love a man. If you're not crazy about yourself, if you're not psycho about yourself, if you're not obsessed with yourself, if you don't adore and cherish and romance yourself, you have absolutely no right as a Black woman asking any man to do that for you. Because what you have inside is what you attract. What you have inside is what you attract. What you have inside is what you attract. All right? Commit yourself to the idea of getting married. That's number 4. Again, marriage is a goal. Marriage is an accomplishment. It's a personal spiritual accomplishment. That doesn't mean that you failed, but it's an accomplishment and spiritual goal of the heart, soul, and spirit. So if you want to be married, you got to act like it. If you want to be married, you have to network with people who want to get married as well. You got to make a choice. You got to do it. But again, it starts with you. You got to commit yourself to the idea of it. Go to wedding shows, buy wedding magazines, plan your wedding. Get your mind in that and believe it. Don't look at things wishfully and hopefully. Don't make a vision board about marriage and love and look at it and be like, oh, I wish that was me. That's a misery board, not a vision board. That's a misery board. You got to look at it. And I'm not saying you're going to get it the first time. You got to practice. You got to look at it. You got to meditate. You got to stare, cleanse the mind, focus. The laws of Enchantress will teach you how to do all that. Keep in shape. Watch your weight and take care of your appearance. I like the fact that it's way down after love yourself. You're not going to lose weight. You're not going to keep in shape. You're not going to devote to yourself if you don't love yourself. Loving yourself is part of taking care of yourself. Loving yourself is part of going to the gym. Loving yourself is about devoting the time you need for fitness. It's about loving yourself. Okay? Time is running right. Time is running out. That's the last one. Use your time wisely in search for marrying man. So this is what I want to tell Black women. We've been blessed. I told you we're the perfect woman. We don't age. Black don't crack. Black don't crack. That doesn't mean you abuse your youth and waste it on knuckleheads. You use your youth as fast as you can remember. If you're not youthful, don't waste the fact that your skin looks great after 40. Don't waste the fact your skin looks great after 50. Use your beauty and your vigor to attract the best of the best so you can be happy. It's going to hit you like a stick of bricks. You might be 45 years old. You might be 49 years old. You might be 50 years old and saying, Connie, I look amazing. But you will be 60 one day. Father Time never loses that battle. It may take us longer to take us Black girls out because Black don't crap, but Father Time does not lose that battle. And one day you'll wake up and be 65 and 70. It don't matter how bad you are. You out the range. You like a baseball. You out the range. So definitely take care. Be aggressive. Use the youth that you have and the vigor, no matter what age you are, to attract the best of the best. All right? We're going to review more. To maximize your chances of marrying, only date the marrying kind. Again, to maximize your chances of getting married, only date the marrying kind. That means you can't give caviar to a dog. That means if you could be the best woman with the fattest ass and the smallest waist and the flat stomach, you can make love like a goddess, you can cook like Julia Child, you can have the body of Adonis. It does not matter. If you're giving your caviar to a dog, the dog's gonna walk away. So most men will consider marriage before they reach the age of commitment. For 80% of high school graduates, that age is 23. For 80% of college graduates, that age is 26. For college men, the high commitment period is 28 to 33. For men who went to graduate school, it's from 30 to 36. After the age of 37 to 38, the chances that he'll commit drop dramatically. After 43, it drops even more. So Black women, do, the skirt's been lifted up. Do. I'm doing the work for y'all. Don't clown me. I'm doing the work for y'all. Listen to this. My sisters, you want to get married? After the age of 37 to 38, the chances that he'll become committed drops dramatically. So Black women, you see Jason Momoa and Lisa Bonet? They lovey-dovey. She is 12 years his senior. And they got a hot, sexy relationship and kids, and he can't stop touching her. I want to put a warning to Black women. If you're dating a man who's much older and you're like, he's going to commit, statistics show you you're absolutely wrong. It can take even longer. This is not me making this up. I'll give you these links. I'll give you the description box. Check it out for yourself. After the age of 37 to 38, the chances he'll commit drops dramatically. I went through that with my ex. My ex and me were the same exact age. I'm 38. He was 38. When I met him, we were 36, and they couldn't be further from the truth. They could not be on the money more. It drops dramatically. After 43, it drops even more. Okay, a 40 plus man who has married before is more likely to remarry than an equivalent bachelor is to remarry. So that means if he's after 40 but he's been married, he's more likely to remarry than an equivalent bachelor. So if somebody's 40 years old and never married and 40-year-old divorced, divorcee guy will get married faster. Most men will not contemplate marriage until they've been working and living as independent adults for several years, hence the high commitment periods. Men become likely to marry after they become uncomfortable with the single scene. Okay? They realize they become the sleazy old guys who hang out on the bars and hit on younger girls. Men do have a biological clock based on the desire to be an active father, especially to their sons. Miscellaneous negative traits and warning signs. Men who see marriage as a financial arrangement in which women have the most to gain. Stay away from those men. Men whose parents divorced when they were young. Try to stay away from those men. Men who live with their parents. I don't even got to go there. Other key facts. Men often marry women whose religion, politics, values, and social economic status match their own. So if you're trying to date a guy of classy, higher, and means, you need to make sure you hit in something else. So put it like this. Let's say you want to marry wealthy. You don't have a social economic status? That's okay. You need to fake that religion, son. You need to fake that politics or that values. So you have one, two, three, four. So you need to either make sure your religion, politics, values match. Because you can date up, but you can't be a hit and miss on all of them. So you got to make sure out of four, you hit three. So with my boyfriend, we have the same religion. We kind of down the middle with politics, and we share the same values. And we have the same socioeconomic status. So you need to make sure, even if you don't got the same socioeconomic status, that you have religion, politics, and values. Or at least one of those, girls. You got to have something in common. Men whose friends and siblings are married are more likely to marry. Okay? 60% of newly married men reported that they had a friend who had married within the last year. So 60% of newly married men reported they had a friend who was just married within the year. Those men who didn't have any married male friends were 2 to 3 times likely to say they weren't ready to be married. The majority of men who have seen their friends get married said that if they met the right woman, they think seriously about getting married. So a man being exposed to marriage helps. Good. The majority of men who had seen their friends get married said if they got married, avoid stringers. My bad. Avoid stringers. Men who string along women but never commit. To filter them out, insist he commits after 6 months. Then stick to it no matter what excuses he gives. And I just want to do a scratch on that. 6 months of what? Ladies, don't give no punani or no pum pum without a title. It's 2018. If that's what he wants, you got plenty of women who'll give it to him. No pum pum, no punani without a title. If this guy can't even call you his girlfriend while he's in the presence of you, girlfriend means nothing. You can have 10 girlfriends. You can have 50. If he's making it crystal clear that when he's with you, he's going out of his way to assert you're not his girlfriend, pick your panani, pick your pom pom, and go someplace else. Men like what they can't have. Be covetable. The minute you do that, you become the one trying to convince him because now you're giving him the treasure. So now you're convincing him. You're giving the best part of you. You're giving him the golden nugget. That's your panani. You're giving him the muffin, the royal muffin. You got to make sure. Remember, we're not talking about men do it too. Wah, wah. We want to win. We want the ring. We want happiness. We want to be worshipped and adored. Listen to this. Listen to it. So, considered unpolished jewels. Men who are just as nice, intelligent, hardworking, and successful, but lack looks, height, or social skills. So That's for some of the ladies who might want to give up on that, but I think wealth has to do, intelligent, successful. Okay. 88% of men over 50 marrying for the first time were marrying divorced women. Sorry. The women told the researchers that they already tried the tall, suave type and it didn't make a good husband. First impressions are important. Men are attracted by the physical, but marry character. Newly engaged men said what attracted them to their fiancés was how classy, positive, energetic, enthusiastic, and upbeat their future wives were. So if you're complaining about Blackistan, some of my users were like, who's that? If you're complaining in general about your ex, if you're complaining in general about past circumstances, even if you're not complaining, if you're carrying that negative energy, if you're constantly surrounded by people who are constantly in drama and you might bring that drama on, so listen, men said they're attracted to them, to their fiancés, and they were attracted to how classy, how positive, energetic, enthusiastic, and upbeat their future wives were. 68% gave a physical description of their fiance. Only 20% said that what attracted them was how gorgeous and sexy their fiance. Only 20%. Over 60% described their personalities, even if the women in question were very beautiful. So being beautiful is your pass to get into the club. But it's not a secret that beautiful women attract men. So to give yourself a rise above, be enchanting. Be the enchantress. Smile. Be engaging. Be positive. Be a woman. That's all you need. All you need is you. Be classy. Be positive. Be energetic. Be enthusiastic. Be upbeat. Engage yourself. Love yourself. And a lot of people can't do this. A lot of Black women have a lot of hurt inside. So I'm not telling you to ignore your hurt, ignore your pain, ignore your trauma. That's what the law of Enchantress is all about. Healing yourself, energizing yourself, and how to maintain that balance throughout the rest of your life. How to align your chakras, how to frequency and get that vibration. That's what it's all about. Okay? So it says right here, therefore be positive. Right here. All wives are trophy wives. Men marry women whom they admire and like to show off, but not just for their physical appearance. Dressing appropriately sends the message I am wife material. Men marry women they perceive as situational virgins. Look at that word, situational virgins, who move easily in their world. Editor's notes. In other words, don't dress like a hoe. Men see a sexy outfit as an invitation to sex. Most men decide within 10 minutes of meeting a woman if she's appropriate for marriage or just a casual affair. Over 80% of men said or bragged that their fiance was the kind of woman they're proud to introduce to family and friends. Over 70% of men said they knew that their future bride was a nice girl the minute they met. Only 7% of 2,000 men interviewed said their fiance was dressed in a very sexy outfit when they met. Only 7 out of 2,000 men. If you want to marry a man who's more attractive than you, go for a very good looking man because he'll actually place less emphasis on looks. Women see their looks as a gift of nature equal to superior brains and talent. In contrast, 6-7% of very good looking men think of their looks as a mere minor asset, and they say they'd rather be smart, rich, or talented. Do the following if you want a higher man. Approach him. Very attractive men don't make passes at women because they don't have to. Let him put you on a pedestal. Don't treat him differently than you would treat another man just because he's good looking. Let him see your talents and accomplishments. Very good looking men often marry women who have qualities they lack: education, professional accomplishments, social standing, and ambition. Make demands on him. Advise him to go back to school or get a better job. Make a good impression on his family. He is almost as important as making a good impression on him. 5% said it was their family that had convinced them the woman was something special. 30% said their family positive opinion had influenced them. So this is down here. What kind of women get married? Women with a large number of female friends are likely to marry than women with a large number of male friends. So stop having too much male friends. Men don't go out of their way to introduce their female friends to other men. If you reach 30 and you want to get married, you have to make finding a husband a primary goal. Once your friends start getting married, they're less likely to have an active social life with you. Don't be the last one off the bus. Women who get married, even those with high power careers, make getting married a priority that they work at. The large number of single men and women you work with, the better your chances of marrying. If you work in an industry with few eligible men, or have other disadvantages, you'll have to work even harder outside of the work to overcome them. It's unfair, but suck it up. Women with often unrealistic expectations remain single. Much of the time, these expectations are imposed by others who think the men she brings home aren't good enough for her. Give men a second chance. 20% of brides said they didn't like their husbands when they first met him. I can attest to that. Self confident men are attracted to accomplished, self assured, and talented women. Women who waste their time with stringers of men who don't care for them hurt their chances of getting married. Women who refer to men who broke them up, women who refer to the men who broke up with them as losers. Women don't often marry Women who don't marry often make men who don't reciprocate their feelings the center of the universe and still speak well of them. Don't don't date married or gay men. Women who live with their parents are less likely to marry. Being slender attracts more men, therefore increases your chances to marry. Women who put efforts into looking their best are likely to marry those who don't. That's common sense. However, find women find men who are active and don't spend a lot of time primping more attractive. So that's a trick thing. You can't let the guys know. I always said, don't let the guys know too much about you. My mom and my dad have been married for over 40 years, and she still gets dressed in a separate bedroom. And she always told me, don't let him see all the magic. And at first, when I was growing up, I thought that was really strange and annoying. But then she still had this effect of when she walked out of the bedroom. It was still after 40 years. Like, wow. And it might be an extra effort. It might sound annoying, but don't drag your boyfriend shopping. Don't drag your boyfriend to the nail salon. Don't drag your boyfriend to the hair salon. Don't drag your boyfriend to Victoria's Secrets unless he's picking out something sexy for you where you shouldn't be there. Don't drag your boyfriend to look at your pedicure. He's not your best friend. I hate to say this. He's your husband to be, or your boyfriend, or your lover. Don't make it too informal before you get what you want. You got to keep him enchanted. You got to be the enchanter. You got to be the enchantress. So you got to make sure you keep that up, that little bit of mystique. Don't take a dump in the bathroom and leave the door open. Don't be farting on the phone, you guys. All these things that we do that you think keeps it real slow. And then the women that get these guys in 6 months to a year, they actually listen to this advice and you're like, what's happening? Black women need to know this more than anyone else because we are fast learners. We are experts in learning things we want to do that want to get accomplished. We can do anything we put our mind to. And all this information, I bet many of you who are Black women are the first people like, damn, I never heard this before. Get the book, Why Some Men Marry Women and Not Others. It's an excellent book. All right. So listen to this. Women who marry are 3 times as likely to participate in masculine activities in which they have no real interest. So listen to that. Masculine activities, going to sports bars, going to sports games, going to male charities. What would be my male charities? Probably charities for sports or soccer. It's funny. Women who seek an who women, women who make an effort to seek out the company of single men are more likely to marry. All right, women who date more frequently than those, even if it's Mr. Wrong, are likely to marry. Okay, women are twice as likely to have made sacrifices, changing jobs or moving to meet eligible men, are likely to marry. Women who have active social lives are likely to marry. Go out on Friday and Saturday night when single people go out. And you may say, Connie, this is common sense, but you'll be surprised. You would be surprised, girls, how many women don't take this common sense. Common sense, like Steve Harvey said, ain't so common. The stages in a relationship, living up to expectations. Men believe they can size up a woman in 5 minutes. They're usually wrong. If a man doesn't call, it's because he realizes he made a mistake. Getting to know you. The following types of women are more likely to get asked out on additional dates. Women who date extensively. Women who have male friends or brothers, because they often have a better understanding of men. Women who worry less about impressing their dates and having fun. Women who don't have sex on the first date. Women who object when they don't approve of the man's plans. Women who are friendly and positive. Women who are a good audience and show interest and or concern for his welfare. Okay? And this is sidebar, why men don't call. As men see it, they don't need a reason to call. They do need a reason to call. The women gets too serious too soon. The women isn't as positive as they thought. 90% of men find catty remarks a turnoff. All right, so needs and lifestyle. This stage is about separating attraction from compatibility. If your lifestyles are compatible, end the relationship as quickly as possible. Study dating 3 weeks to 3 months. Men typically don't think of themselves as dating until 4 to 6 dates. Women typically think of themselves as dating as 2 to 3 dates, hence the problem. Raise the panties up, girls. The primary reason men drop women during the first month or two is the women come on too strong too soon. Raise your panties. 50% of men have broken women because she got serious prematurely. Never speak of marriage, children, or your future together for the first 6 dates. In fact, it should be him bringing it up, not you. If the man is enchanted with you, if the man's amored with you, he's going to mention it. Trust me, it happens. Romancing the woman. Men are likely to please a woman they like. Just relax and enjoy your stay on the pedestal because it's likely to be brief. Getting comfortable 3 months. This is the stage where the couple starts feeling they have to be their best behavior and start being themselves. All right, don't be a doormat. Insist on monogamy. So, guys, I'm not going to read through the whole thing, okay? Okay? But these are the reasons why women get married. Okay, the book is called Why Some Men Marry Women and Not Others. It's a great book. I think you should get it. It's based on statistics. It's based off the 3,000 couples coming out of a marriage license bureau. I think it's worth a good try. All right. And this also talks about another one, how to marry a millionaire. I know some of us want to marry rich, wealthy men. Number one is become desirable. Okay. Number two is respect yourself. Number three is get educated. Number four is get cultured. Number five is do things with your life. Number six is have a talent. Number seven is be passionate. Okay. Number two is finding a man, catch him early. Number three is frequent their hangouts. Number two, go to auction houses, go to charity events, work in the right places, make rich friends. Use service designed for this purpose. Okay? Show them you're not in it for the money. You can lie. Get in an environment of trust. Be a great date. Bring fun into their life. Love them hard and faithfully. Keep them coming back for more. See? And you don't have to do all these things. But these are great pointers from Wiki, How to Marry a Rich Guy. I thought it was I thought it was pretty snippy. All right. 25 killer actions to boost your confidence. So now that we talked about dating and what men want and who men marry, you might say, damn, I made some mistakes. So, like I said, the law of Enchantress is all about confidence and healing. So I saw these 25 killer boosts to, for your confidence. I thought it'd be good for me to add here. Taking control of your self-confidence. Groom yourself. Number one, dress nicely. Number three, photograph your self image. Number four, think positive. Number five, kill negative thoughts. Six, get to know yourself. Seven, act positive. Eight, be generous. Nine, get prepared. 10, know your principles and live with them. 11, speak slowly. 10, stand tall. 13, increase competence. 14, set a small goal and achieve it. 15, change a small habit. 16, focus on solutions. 17, smile. 18, volunteer. 19, be grateful. 20, exercise. 21, empower yourself with knowledge. 22, do something you've been procrastinating on. 23, get active. 24, work on small things. 25, clear your desk. Okay? So that's great. That's great. And it says here, who you surround yourself with, you become. So this is me closing off this conversation. I'm just going to do a closing comment. Ladies, ladies, I know life is not perfect. Your life is not perfect. My life is not perfect. No one's life is perfect. I don't expect anything to be perfection. Things happen, people are humans. That happens. But what I do tell you is that the majority of what you entertain, whether it is emotionally, spiritually, visually, and vibes, is what you will have in your life. If your boyfriend broke up with you and dumped you, and then you find an amazing guy, he worships the ground you walk on, he kisses your hands, he makes love to you like a dream. You're like, oh, yes, yes. Why would you keep talking about your ex who treated you like garbage? Why would you keep telling your current boyfriend how bad you used to get treated, when this one's showering you with attention. You might say, who the hell does that? It's not just that. People don't know how to disconnect from bad situations. People don't know how to disconnect from what they don't want. And they wonder when it keeps showing up. Why does it keep showing up? You are the magic. You are your reality. You are your creator. You are the creator. You are the creator. Who you surround yourself with, you become. Who you surround yourself with, you become. If you want to have greatness in your life, surround yourself with great people. If you strive to be happy, fulfilled, honest, confident, empowered, and a principled person, you gotta surround yourself with people who are the same. Is this selfish and heartless? Hell no. No, it's not. Because if you're influenced negatively by someone, it will affect how you are with the people you love. It will affect who you attract. It will affect your expectations and your limitations. Once you allow a negative force to permeate your life, you hurt yourself, which ultimately hurts and affects everything that surrounds you. It's crazy. You need to be selective. Choose your company wisely. Be relentless with surrounding yourself with those who bring out the best in you. Your direction in life depends on it. And while you're at it, have the courage to be a good friend to those around you. And don't expect perfection. Have compassion. Have forgiveness. Learn to let go. Learn to put the bulk of your energy where it matters. And that's a decision I had to make. I had to make a decision recently. Should I devote myself into doing a battle that I know no matter what I do, someone might see the things that they want to see? You have to know your life and time is limited. As I'm talking to you right now, someone is dying. As I'm talking to you right now, someone's taking their last breath. As I'm talking to you right now, someone's life, God forbid, Father forgive, is being cut short. You have to rise. And you have to take power and control. You have to say, this is my life. This is what I want. This is what I'm going to surround myself with. Like I said, in closing, life gets complicated. Life gets confusing. When you don't know which way to go, who to follow, who to listen to, follow the energy. Listen to the people. Listen to how someone makes you feel. Think about how a person makes you feel when you walk away. If you're watching my videos and you think I sound fake and you think I sound phony and you think I don't care, unsubscribe and never follow me again and live your life and God bless you. But if you hear this message and it resonates with you and it uplifts you and it makes you smile and it makes you feel hopeful and it gives you some guidance, it gives you a way out, it gives you a path to what you want out of life, then you like and subscribe and you keep with me and we're going to do this. I want every single follower to have the man of their dreams, to have the love of their dreams, to have the confidence, to have the spirit, to have the happiness that you are terrified of having. You can have it. And all you got to do is heal yourself, love yourself, invest in yourself, care for yourself. Let the feminine power erupt and pour all over you. Get crazy with yourself. And that's all you need is you. And that's it. All right, guys. Thank you for listening to the Laws of the Enchantress. If you're listening to this on Hassesput, please join my new page, Laws of Enchantress. We got the new program coming out May 1st. It's $225. If you want a pre-sale for my 3-day course, you can just email me, message me. It's